Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. Games Workshop have just dropped the data slates for the Space Marines and the Tyranids for the new Leviathan box. So in this video we're going to be looking at the new Space Marine units, and we'll be doing another video where we look at the new Tyranid units. So grab a brew, get comfortable, and let's get cracking. Yes, so Games Workshop have just dropped this little article now with the downloads. So we're going to be jumping in on a little look. So it's basically got the data sheets for the Space Marines and the Tyranids, as well as the core rules. And they're saying that there's going to be a full breakdown of the Space Marines and the Tyranids over the next week, and then the rest of the factions are going to be getting theirs in the next coming weeks, as well as a free download for all of the points costs as well. So really good that Games Workshop are doing this. But let's just jump in to check out the Space Marines. So the Space Marines, there's quite a few of them. So we got the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor, weapon, movement 5, which is to be expected for a Terminator, toughness 5, 2-up save. He has a 4-up invulnerable save, and he has a couple of weapon options. So he has a combi bolter, a combi weapon, which is obviously ballistic skill 3, and his storm bolter is ballistic skill 2, which is pretty cool. He can have which is really quite nice that they've got a couple of options here. So I'm not too sure if the kit comes with it because I don't have the box. But if there is options there, you're going to be able to convert as well to either give him a chain fist, a power fist, a relic weapon, which is what I would imagine is the sword, a thunder hammer, or twin lightning claws, which sounds really cool to have an old school Space Marine Terminator with twin lightning claws. Super excited for that. So their core rules, they've got the Deep Strike, Leader, and Oath of Movement. So they've got the Rites of Battle, so once per battle round, one unit from your army with this ability can be targeted by a stratagem for 0 CP, even if another unit from your army has already been targeted by that stratagem in this phase. So you can use a stratagem twice. That's just dope. You can also re-roll charge rolls made for this model. You can re-roll charge rolls made for this model's unit. So stick him in a unit of Terminators, and he can charge. Now, but I do believe that it's on the back here as well. It tells you here where the units that he can join. So he can join Relic Terminator Squads, Terminator Assault Squads, and Terminator Squads, which is cool. Terminator Assault Squads is really cool. I wonder if that means that we're also going to be getting a new Terminator Assault Squad. I really do hope so. Also, he has a Relic Shield, so the bearer has a wounds characteristic of 7 if you give him the shield. So it's a relic weapon. So he has war gear options. It does have an asterisk next to this for the shield, so 1 per model. So that's really awesome. Yeah, really quite nice. You can only have 1 Captain Terminator armor. This model is equipped with a storm bolter and a relic weapon, and then there's your options. Next is your librarian. And as we've seen in other previews, we've kind of already seen what this guy does. He has a force weapon, he has Deep Strike, Leader, Oath of Movement, he has a Psychic HUD, so he has Feel No Pain 4+ against psychic attacks, really strong. Veil of Time Psychic, while this model is leading a unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have a sustained hits of 1, really cool. He has his Smite and Focus Fire Smite as well, which is really good. So he can join, again, Terminator armor seems to only be able to join Terminator units. And his options is basically a combi bolter or a storm bolter. The Infernus Squad, the new Flamer unit. So they move 6, they're toughness 4, 3-up save, 2 wounds each, and they have got OC of 1. The Pyroblaster is a 12-inch range, D6 attacks, automatically hits, strength 5, no AP, 1 attack, which is really cool. And they've got a close combat weapons, so they're close combat knives. They have Oath of Movement, and they have Purge the foe. So in your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, you can select one enemy infantry unit hit by one or more of these attacks made by a pyroblaster. That enemy must take a battle shock test. That's really cool. So they cause battle shock. I really like these. These are kind of nice. I seen it in the battle report on the Warhammer Plus, and these guys literally just wiped out an entire unit. It was pretty disgusting. So they have no upgrades. They can have 1 in Sergeant, sorry about that, dropped my headphones, and 4 to 9 in Furnace Marines, and the models equipped with bolt pistols, pyroblasters, and a close combat weapon. Now for the Stern Guard. These models are really, really nice. Really like these a lot. So they've got a 3-up save, 2 wounds each, and they've got an OC of 1, and they have a range of weapons. So they've got combi weapons, a Stern Guard bolt pistol, Stern Guard bolt rifle, Stern Guard heavy bolter. So the heavy bolter is ballistic skill 4. Not too sure why that does that. Strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. And the bolt rifles are also AP 1 and 1 damage. They have bolter drill. So once per battle in your shooting phase, after this unit is shot, if one or more enemy units were destroyed as a result of those attacks, this unit can shoot again. Nice. Really nice. Really, really nice. And the bolter on that model looks really kind of cool. So their war gear options, any number of models can have their Stern Guard bolt rifle replaced by a combi weapon. And for every 5 models in this unit, 1 Stern Guard veteran's Stern Guard bolt rifle can replace with 1 Stern Guard heavy bolter. So it has a sergeant and 4 to 9 guys, and that's how they're equipped. Really nice. For the big badass dreadnought, this thing just looks so good. It has the missile launcher, which is frag is 2d6, ballistic skill 3, strength 5, no AP. Ballistic skill, the missile launcher in crack is 2 shots, but strength 10 minus 2 doing d6 damage, which is pretty cool. And it also kicks you in close combat, which is kind of funny. It's toughness 10, and it's got 2 up armor save, and it counts as 4 on an objective. So it's got deadly demise D3. So deadly demise is when it explodes, and it'll do D3. So I presume it'll hit D3 things. Oath of movement. Each time this model makes a ranged attack, that targets a unit that is not below half strength, you can re-roll the hit rolls. Cool. And I really do like this new damage table that they've got, and I hope Age of Sigmar takes this and puts that in as well. That it's basically, if you've got 1 to 4 wounds remaining, you're -1 to hit, which is really cool. So it is a vehicle, and it can take benefit from the tank shock stratagem, which means that you would roll 7 dice, and if you're stronger than the enemy's toughness, then you'll get an additional 2. So that'll be 9 dice. 5 plus is doing mortal wounds, which would be kind of cool. But you're not really going to want this guy into close combat because he's a gun platform. You don't have any war gear options, and you only have 1 in the unit. Now for the Terminators, we've seen these guys in the profile, in the previews. They've got a 2-up save, they're toughness 5, they're 3 wounds each. They count as 1 on objectives, and they've got a 4-up invulnerable. Terminators seem so good this edition. So good. And I'm hoping that this trend of Terminators being great, it goes across all of the factions that use Terminator armor. We've already seen the Death Guard Terminators being previewed, and they look pretty nasty as well. So as a World Eater player, I'm hoping that our Terminators are also as scary as well. They come with the weapons of Assault Cannon, a Cyclone Missile Launcher, which you don't get in the kit, but obviously you will be getting that when they get the multi-part kit. A Heavy Flamer, again, I don't think the Leviathan box comes with a Heavy Flamer, but the profile's there, so it's obviously coming with one. Storm Bolters, Chain Fist, Power Fist, and Power Sword. They have the Teleport Homer and Fury of the First as well. So we've seen all of this previewed. So for every 5 models in the unit, 1 Terminator's Storm Bolter can be replaced with one of the following: Assault Cannon, a Heavy Bolter, and a Cyclone Missile Launcher, and a Storm Bolter. Any number of models can have their Power Fist replaced by a Chain Fist. Nice. And a squad consists of a Sergeant and 4 to 9 Terminators, And the Terminator Sergeant is equipped with a Storm Bolter and a Power Weapon, and every other Terminator is equipped with a Storm Bolter and a Power Fist. Really, really cool. I'm loving the new Terminators. If I was going to get the box, it would be for those Terminators. So the new Lieutenant, because you know we have to have a new Lieutenant. He's got 4 wounds. He's armor 3. He doesn't have an invulnerable save. He is in Phobos armor, but he has Feel No Pain 5+. He infiltrates. He's a lone operative, which means that you can only target him if he's within range of a friendly unit. You can only target him if you're within 12 inches of him. He also has stealth, and he has Oath of Movement as well, and he has Priority Objective Identified Aura. At the start of the first battle round, if your army contains 1 or more models with this ability, you can select 1 objective marker on the battlefield to be the priority objective. Until the end of the battle, while a friendly Adapters Astartes unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit that is within range of the priority target, reroll the wound rolls of 1. Nice! And he has Evade and Survive, so once per turn, when an enemy unit ends a normal advance or fallback move within 9 inches of this unit, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move. So you can kind of get a little bit of movement shenanigans with him as well. No upgrade options, and this model cannot be selected as your Warlord. That's such a shame. But there is other Phobos lieutenants, so if you're going to do more of a scout force, you can have a Phobos lieutenant as your Warlord, unless he has the last survivor rule, which I don't think he will, and then you could probably take this guy to support him as well. So we got the new Apothecary, the Apothecary Biologist. He is in Gravis armor, so he's got toughness 6. Wow. He is a 3-up save, and he counts as 3 on an objective. And he's 5 wounds. He has the Absolver Pistol, which is hitting on 3, strength 5, -1 AP, and does 2 damage. And he has his close combat weapons. He is a leader. He has Oath of Movement, and he has Surgical Precision. While this model is leading a unit, equipped models in that unit have lethal hits, which is very nice. And then he has this Spectrum. If this model's unit destroys an enemy unit as a result of a melee attack, until the end of the battle, this model has the objective control characteristic of 9. Wow, that is really good. That is really good. I wonder if that will tie into like the Space Wolf detachment rules as well, where you can increase your objective control by 1. That would be kind of cool if it does. So he doesn't have any war gear options. There's only him, but he is a leader, and he can join aggressor squads, eradicator squads, or heavy intercessor squads. You can attach this model to one of these above units, even if one captain or chapter master has already been attached. So looking at this, it seems to be that units in a certain armor type can only attach themselves to other units of that armor type. So Gravis are going to be able to attach to Gravis, and Terminator armor, it will be able to attach the Terminator armor. So I imagine that the normal captains in the Mark 10 tactical armor will be able to join the normal Primaris type units, and the Phobos units will probably join the Phobos type patterned armor. But that is it. That's the Space Marines. Pretty damn cool. So I'm going to do the Tyranids as well. So if you haven't watched that, that'll be up on the channel now, and you can go and check it. If you like what I do, subscribe, drop a comment, ring the bell, and like the video. And I'll see you in the next one, peeps. Goodbye.